So I want to talk about kidney and bladder health and just kind of highlight the difference between a conventional medicine way of thinking and sort of an herbal medicine way of thinking. So if you're suffering from symptoms like UTIs that you're having on occasion, or you are dealing with frequent urination, or you're waking up multiple times a night to pee, or maybe even just once a night to pee, and you're not really sure why, maybe you have some kind of changes in your urine, like some foamy urine or some cloudy urine, and maybe you have a little bit of lower back pain. So you're getting some signals, okay, maybe there's something going on with my kidneys. If you go to your doctor and explain some of these mild symptoms or mild to moderate symptoms, you're usually not going to walk away with much. Maybe they'll do some blood testing, some urine testing, but this is usually not at the diagnosable level where they might use something really strong to treat it. You're dealing with like subclinical symptoms. So what might be going on there? Well, if we look at the kidney and the bladder, the kidneys specifically, they've got a lot of these small little microtubules, and there can be deposits in the kidneys, right? So we know about kidney stones, and why do deposits build up? Well, there's dehydration, stress, poor diet, other lifestyle factors, but really the main reason is going to be like a drop in energy in that organ function, and it can no longer eliminate wastes as fast as they're coming in. And so you get these little buildups over time. So oftentimes they're calcium oxalate stones. They can be other forms of crystals. It can be uric acid. It can be environmental toxins like cadmium and arsenic and lead, which are actually just getting lodged in these little tubules and capillaries of the kidneys, and the body doesn't have the energy to get them out. And so conventional medicine's not really well suited to deal with this, where it's just like, yeah, I'm peeing a little bit more frequently, or I'm waking up once or twice in the night to pee. And so as a result of this buildup, we get these little chronic infections, right? So maybe it's a little staph infection hanging out in your bladder, or a little strep infection hanging out in your kidneys, or it is a Borrelia infection hanging out in the urinary tract. And so that's further irritating the tissue because the pathogens are there. They're able to thrive because of the toxic environment and the low energy in that organ system, right? So the system doesn't have enough energy to have a more alkaline environment, to have more oxygen there to keep the pathogen out. So how you would approach this through herbal medicine is by using different kidney herbs and doing it periodically over time, right? So our conventional medicine way of thinking is like we take one thing for one thing and it's just done with. And usually that's not the case, but like that's sort of the approach. With herbal medicine, we just chip away at it over time. So Global Healing has a tincture called Kidney Health, and they've got some great classic kidney herbs in there like juniper, cranberry, horsetail, uva ursi, and some of these herbs help the kidneys to sort of expel wastes, and they're a little bit of a diuretic, so it helps the kidneys to both tonify and get the wastes out. And then some of the herbs like uva ursi are actually antimicrobial, but it's not like at the level of an antibiotic. So what you would do if you're having some of these problems, you're like, okay, I think it's my kidneys. I want to cleanse my kidneys. Number one, more hydration, less of the coffee, tea, stimulants, alcohol, things that are drying out the body. Work on stress, work on the diet. You might want to go a little bit less animal protein because animal protein converts to urea. The body has to convert a lot of that urea through the kidneys, and so that can be damaging to the kidneys for some individuals. But then you start using the herbs, and so take the kidney health tincture or something like Shen Force from Valence Nutraceuticals, go through a bottle, right? Maybe you notice a little improvement in the symptoms, but you're not all the way there. Wait a month, go through another bottle. Or you can do their kidney cleanse bundle on globalhealing.com, which is a little bit more intense, but it's just 4 days. And you do the kidney cleanse, right? Wait a little bit, do the kidney cleanse again a month later. Wait a little bit, 2 months later, do the kidney cleanse again. And then you start actually getting to a resolution of the symptoms, right? But it takes persistence, and we have to use these herbs over time. Some of these herbs, like the ones in kidney health, I wouldn't take them every single day because they're not those types of herbs that balance the body out, but they do have a specific medicinal cleansing effect for the kidneys. And so it's important to understand this concept where we work on it over time, and then even when we're healthy, the symptoms gone, we still do it periodically. So that prevents us from going down this path of illness. We use the herbs as an ally because at the end of the day, herbs are like basically our only long-term solution. Conventional medicine really only is suited for the short-term stuff, and even then we usually don't come to a resolution. The body will have to come to a resolution on its own. The best we can do in most cases is just resolve some of those symptoms. So kind of think about that concept where it's like if you have the subclinical stuff going on, that's really where you want to have an understanding of herbs and use it over time. Think about on the scale of 1 year, but you actually heal the problem.